Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming this evening to our concert here at St. Paul's Church in Nantucket and Mr. Paul Fye. After having spent the afternoon with Paul, I know you're in for a really great treat. He's also going to be performing or participating in tomorrow's 34th annual organ crawl. The information for that is on the back side of your program there, so please take a look. We hope you can also come to some or all of that. It's one of those kind of drop-in, drop-out kind of things, so you definitely don't have to devote an entire day to it, or morning, unless you want to. But it's going to be really fun as well. Also on the back of your program there, you'll see that there's information about Paul himself, from himself. And so I'm not going to really go into a lot of his bio information because you already have it. But nonetheless, I think two things. First of all, you'll see that Paul is a very dedicated, talented musician. And second of all, I think it's really to his credit that he is reaching perhaps a different audience through the internet than what would typically be done if he were just concertizing. So anyway, without further ado, here is Paul Fye.
Thank you so much. I was actually planning to play the first piece and then introduce myself, so I'm just gonna do that. So, it worked. It's working, perfect. So thank you so much for coming tonight. As Joe already introduced, my name is Paul Fye. I'm very happy to be here tonight to play this wonderful, relatively small organ. We are currently touring the US and the whole country, visiting all kinds of organ also for YouTube and my internet presence, so to say. And this is a really, really welcome surprise because it's one of these real organs. So usually with these very, very big organs, you have all kinds of electronics and stuff in there. And here, there's nothing. So we have a blower, which is electric, which is good. So no one has to pump the organ. But otherwise, I don't have anything to save stops or like pre-save anything. So in between pieces, I'll actually need like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds to pull out all of the stops because there's nothing to save something on. So I hope you'll understand that. And the first piece we are gonna hear, or the first suite actually, is the Cathedral Suite by Gordon Young. It's a wonderful festive piece, shows very, very many colors of this wonderful instrument, and also has a very fun second movement with a very well-known bell theme, which we will all know and hopefully love as well. So I'm starting with the Cathedral Suite, and I hope you will enjoy that. So that's the Cathedral Suite. A very fun piece, isn't it? So you heard the organ in its basically quietest settings and also the loudest ones. So always a fun piece. The next one is actually very special to me. So my girlfriend, yeah, she's hiding there. My girlfriend Francie and I, you can't see her, she's hiding back here. Say hi. She's always traveling with me, and since we're traveling so much, I always like to bring something from back home. So I'm from Germany. I live in Leipzig, a actually pretty large town in the eastern half of Germany, and someone is very famous and special for Leipzig, and that's Johann Sebastian Bach. He spent a majority of his life and work there, also did his largest works there, and that's why I always love to bring one piece of him, and this time it's Jesus bleibet meine Freude, Jesus, joy of man's desiring, and that's a piece everyone knows and usually loves as well, and I brought this to this very small organ since it sounds good as well. So usually I would like use a fancy solo stop for this, but on this organ I think we're just gonna limit ourselves to the flutes and a nice principal, maybe something like this. It should work. So nothing fancy here, but basically still wonderful. So I hope you'll enjoy the piece, and I'll talk to you afterwards. It's just a very nice piece, isn't it? And it sounds wonderful on this organ as well. I really like it. The next stop on our program is the Organ Sonata. You actually got my program there, so let me steal that. I have it saved on my iPad though, so I'm still fine, but just to have it. The next stop is the Organ Sonata. It's another piece consisting of several movements, and this one is very, what's the word for it? Very colorful, let's put it like that. So it starts off pretty loud and aggressively, turns into the complete opposite with a very soft movement. Then a fugue-like movement continues, and we get another soft movement and a very pompous ending. And I hope you will enjoy that. It will show the organ in all different colors again, so from the softest to the very loudest. I hope you'll like it. So basically a full showcase of the full organ. There's one more thing which I could activate down there, which we'll hear at the end of the concert, so it's gonna be exciting. The next piece is very special because it's a world premiere, I've heard, and Carson Kuhlman, who's also here with us, wrote a piece specifically for this concert. So I'm a bit afraid that I hope to do it justice, and yeah, it's called Island Soliloquy, and it's basically a monologue of the island itself. So you can hear waves crashing, and it's a very wonderful piece, I think, and I hope you will enjoy that one as well. It's played with the softest stops of the organ, but gives this wonderful atmosphere. So we have a wonderful flute here and a very, very soft string chorus in the background. And I think that works very, very well. So let's give it a try, and I hope you'll enjoy it. It sounds really good on this organ, doesn't it? It's like it's so calm yet moving. It's very nice. Well, we've already arrived at the second to last piece of the program, which is the aria number 2. It's actually based on a very famous German hymn. So if someone here knows it, I'd be happy to know afterwards. But yeah, it's another very calm yet moving piece, I think, which is a perfect preparation for the grand finale of the concert. And it uses the flutes again and a wonderful solo voice, which sounds something like this. So it's gonna be pretty exciting. I hope you like it. Thank you very much. So, we're already at the end of the program, so I hope you enjoyed it so far. The last piece is the fantasy on Was Gott tut, das ist wohlgetan, another very famous German hymn. We played at a Lutheran church like 2 days ago, and people actually knew it over there as well. So I'm excited what you think and if you know the hymn as well. And yeah, this is basically a fantasy in the Dutch organ style, or at least a try of that. So the Dutch people like their organ music very wide in sound, very so the first movement usually is very wide and just uses the principles, the typical church sounds, so to say. The second one is usually a very bright and funny movement. We are gonna hear the trumpet from the swell of the organ, which we have only heard in combination with other stops so far. Then there will be a minor movement, and the ending will be like a festive march, in which we are actually gonna literally pull out all of the stops here. And yeah, it's gonna be exciting, I guess. And also the couplers down there, so you will actually hear the full organ. And yeah, that's a fun piece, and I hope you will enjoy that. And yeah, we'll see and hear how the organ sounds. Thank you so much. Well, I actually got one more thing. So, like Steve Jobs, of course. There is one stop I didn't show you yet. So there's something in the pedal down here, which is a very, very fun thing. I think we can see it, right? Matthew, can we see it? No. No, right? On some organs, it's like right on in front of the pipes, so you can see it spin. It's called Zimbelstern, and basically it's a combination of small bells. So for the encore, which I actually didn't practice, oops, I got a very concert-like piece, which, let me find it, is somewhere here. And it uses this Zimbelstern, this bell stop at the end. And it will be a nice surprise, because then you've really, really heard everything on this organ. And yeah, that's the encore. It's a very festive postlude kind of style. And yeah, let me just register everything, and then we can have a listen.
Oh, thank you so very, very much. Our pleasure. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming this evening. And thank you again, Paul and Francie, for being here with us. And you can hear more tomorrow. So Paul will be playing at the First Congregational Church in the Summer Sanctuary. This will be one of the last opportunities to actually hear that instrument until next June. It, along with the organ in the Methodist Church and also in the Unitarian Church, they're about ready to go to sleep for the winter. They're hibernating pipe bears, and they're going to be asleep until next spring. So anyway, Paul will be playing there, and as I mentioned earlier, and as you can see in your program there, it starts at 9:30 St. Mary's, and it's going to be wonderful. Carson, who's here, he's also going to be performing here at St. Paul's. And I'm going to make an attempt at the Methodist Church. And then Isaiah Williams will be also there at the First Congregational, and Keziah Duarte will be there at St. Mary's. So, again, thank you so much. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Francie. And enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
So there's one more thing. I like to invite people to the organ afterwards the concert. So I actually forgot to say that. So if you're interested in seeing this up close, come here, just take a look. You can also play or not. So, yeah.
This is it's the only inside the organ. So if you have not done this before, while Paul's playing or demonstrating or whatever, I'm going to open this door here, you can go in and you're going to be in the organ, literally in the organ.
Okay, you should use that because that never happens again. So just come up here if you're interested and we'll take a look.
Come on out, that's the side door here. Please come on out if you feel like it.
Almost forgot.
No, I'm glad you did. I did.
Hello. No, thank you. It's my pleasure being here.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. Sorry.
My son Jared.
Nice to meet you.
Very big fan.
Playing as well?
Well, I'm better at fixing on this.
Are you guys from the island?
No, I'm upstate New York.
It's wonderful again. It's my first time. Very, very cool.
I forgot. I was gonna